Assalamu alaikum all. So today I am going to be talking about the 60-day French language challenge that I'm going to do to surprise my wife. Now, I went to France recently in Lille, which is kind of the northeastern kind of bit of France. And yeah, one of the things there is that, it was hard for me to communicate with people in France because I'm still kind of trying to learn French. I still got a while off and kind of a bit behind in terms of speaking to people, and the people were kind of speaking too fast for me, so the natural speed was something that I was not used to. Also, on top of that, I saw that I just didn't have the confidence to kind of speak to people. That was another thing. And I will be going to France later on this year, so what I'd really like to do is to be able to speak French a lot better. And I thought a good way to do this is, why not sort of challenge myself to speak conversationally in France, like not like to a super high level, but I thought a good sort of level would be to surprise my wife. I thought that would be quite funny, and just to see the look on her face and things like that. So I'll talk about more about this in this video. So on this channel, I'd like to welcome everyone. I share my journey learning languages as a Muslim by sharing the best tips that I have found. Now, why am I doing this channel? Well, I went to Lille in June, as I told you, in northern France, which is a nice city. I couldn't really kind of speak to people. I only kind of understood some bits and pieces. My wife was there. She kind of knows that I'm learning French, but she saw that I couldn't kind of speak French properly as well. And I really wish my French could be better. And it would be great to surprise her when we go in a couple of months' time, actually. Now, some people may be thinking, okay, how can I surprise my wife? What if she ends up watching this channel? Well, I don't think there's any risk of that, because I think my wife doesn't really watch my channel. I'm not even sure if she knows what my channel name is. She just kind of just leaves me to it. Lets me kind of get onto my thing. Now, one moment that stayed with me in France was when I did understand a few bits of what a baker was saying. So there's a baker in France in a lovely shop. It's called Boulangerie Maison Papillon. So it's like a boulangerie is like a bakery. It's like great bread and pastries and all of that sort of stuff in there. And we used to go there every morning to get baguettes and pastries. We're trying to be as French as possible in that regard. Like in terms of food, it's something that we absolutely love. And it felt amazing, like just kind of getting that food and stuff. But there was bits that I was actually able to understand that the baker was saying. Like he was talking about the type of baguette. He said something about how slicing the bread or how do I want it and things like that. And it was just like a light bulb moment for me. I thought, wow, that's amazing. I was actually understanding little bits of that language. And, it's something I thought growing up that, I wouldn't be able to learn another language. But actually I was able to. So that's really good. And made me want to learn, more French. I really want to get kind of more conversational. I'm also learning Arabic as well. So that's another one. So I kind of got two going on at the moment. And whether that's the best idea, I'll have to kind of see. But the thing is, I've been doing Arabic for a while and I really don't want to kind of drop that. And I'm planning to go to France in August, which is in just over 60 days. I'm really excited to be going back. We're going to a different part of France there. And it'll be great to surprise my wife by being able to kind of speak some French in a kind of conversational way. So when we order things or speak to people, and it would just be like a perfect opportunity. Now, I got the idea about this sort of surprising my wife from a video by someone called Jannah Hossain. And she surprised her mum by learning Urdu in secret. It's such a great video. And I'll definitely have the link in the description. Make sure you check it out. It's a really good video. So I thought, why don't I try the same and try and surprise my wife by speaking French? My wife doesn't speak French, but I thought if I'm in France, I'm actually able to speak some French. That'd be pretty cool, pretty fun thing to do. And in Lille, she saw that I could only understand a few words. Most of what people were saying I couldn't understand. The natural speed was too fast. And I just did not have that confidence to kind of speak to people. And one of the main things that came out of that was that I had not practiced speaking enough, or literally I hadn't practiced speaking at all. So I've mainly been kind of listening and writing, which is very important. Like comprehension and understanding language is super, super important and will help aid the kind of speaking process. But my mouth muscles and just like having that confidence was not there for me to talk. So, and one of the things I've been saying on this channel is that, a really good way to learn the language is not by talking or speaking in that language to start with, because when you do speak, it kind of adds to anxiety. So by not speaking, you're kind of reducing that anxiety and that stress, and which I do definitely still believe in. But my mouth muscles and brains were not used to saying words, and because I am going to France, it's something that I need to kind of work on, and it's kind of definitely affected my confidence. So however, now I believe that I should practice some phrases to build my mouth muscles and my brain and everything. So I'm going to get some common phrases, maybe from a book, find somewhere online. And this is what Jannah Hossain did in her video as well, just to kind of get the mouth going, the juices, the brain, everything kind of going. And a key thing is that I'm not going to try and have conversations with people just yet. There's too much stress involved with that, trying to think of what to say, trying to understand what they say. But I'm just going to practice saying things, just kind of get my mouth and everything kind of going, get used to saying those things. That's like my main aim. And basically I will search online for some phrases. I've got a few places that I can go to, and I'll definitely share what I found on this channel. Another key thing I know definitely with studying language is that I need to make a study schedule. I need to kind of have a schedule in terms of when I will be studying. Otherwise it makes it a lot more difficult to learn and pick up the language. It's absolutely crucial. Because at the moment I'm kind of studying all over the place whenever I have gaps. There's like stuff going on at the moment with the kids, the family. So yeah, Eid is coming up as well, Eid al-Adha. So yeah, I just need to really kind of think about all of that stuff. I've been listening to a really good audiobook from Cal Newport called Deep Works. I highly recommend that. I'll have the link to that in the description. And that's a really cool book. It just talks about having focused, dedicated time, cut out from all the distractions so we can concentrate on the key tasks that we need to do. And I found that really amazing. And it's a book I heard about ages ago, but now for some reason I ended up reading it recently, and it's just been amazing. Wish I had read this much earlier. So day 1 is today, and I will keep you updated with how I get along with this channel. If you have any comments or any thoughts, please feel free to put a comment down below. I'll make sure I check all of those. And yeah, just want to say thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, as it really helps with the algorithm. Assalamu alaikum.